Welcome, Capricorn Didici here with your August horoscope. I don't know why I'm laughing. I guess I'm just happy to have your company here and tell you about the significant retrograde movement of your ruling planet. Well, one of them anyhow, Saturn here in your second house of finance. You know there are 4 retrograde planets right now in very significant parts of your horoscope. 1 here, Pluto retrograde in your sun sign. 2, your ruler, Saturn, the second house retrograde. Jupiter, the ruler of negotiations, here retrograde in the finance sector. And Neptune also retrograde here in your third house. Now, this to me smacks of a lot of karma. And the reason I say that is because I'm not talking about these karmic nodes here in your 6th and your 12th house, although they are karmic planets, but the retrograde planets which are sort of moving in an apparent backward motion seem to point to the past, because this is a re-evaluation. You have to think about what happened in the past. So there's a strong karmic tie-in here and a strong need to go back into your past, especially with the new moon here on the 9th and the 8th house, the Sun and Mercury, casting their aspect on these retrograde planets. And that's important because part of your reappraisal to get things straight, I think, this month is all to do with understanding your, number 1, your relationship with others in respect of money. Number 2, understanding what money is. Money is really just it's currency, but it's the flip side of another more important currency, which is dominated by Saturn in its intrinsic meaning astrologically. Saturn is time. And so the intrinsic value of these transits now has to do with you understanding the value of time. That, as a currency, my friend, is what's important, and what I think that new moon is going to signify here. An understanding of, firstly, where you're distributing your time with the people that you deal with. That has to do predominantly with your financial aptitude. Number 2, how you're balancing your time between your personal affairs and your financial and professional needs. And of course that comes down to an understanding of the numeric value of time in terms of how many hours in a week. 24 times 7 is, you haven't done it, have you? It's 168 hours. The full moon is going to bring this to light. You notice there on the 21st, the moon makes conjunction with Saturn, goddess of time, here in the finance sector. So this time and money thing, we all know time is money, we've heard that. But the intrinsic value of time has been overlooked by you. The full moon there is going to bring that into full purview. And then it moves into this nebulous conjunction with Neptune. So, and also opposite Mercury and Mars. You've got to clarify what you want out of your relationships with others, especially if time is being eroded. And that we see here from that opposition of the full moon to Mars, which is ruling your friendships. Do an analysis. How much time do you sleep? 8 hours a night, 7 days a week, that's 56 hours. You can shave that straight off the top. Okay, travelling to and from work. It's at least 40 hours in work, that's if you're working. Travelling to and from, maybe an hour a day, that's another 5 hours. Wow, you're starting to see that 168 hour magic number dwindle away very, very quickly. So it's critical here for you to get your head around how to manage your time. And I'm going to make a note of that. Equals time. Money is time, but 168, the magic number. And there you have it on the 31st, the movement of the moon into the 6th house, which is also in a way tied in with your time. This is your scheduling of your work, the workplace activities, and the way you work with other people, your co-workers and that sort of thing. Mercury moves to the 10th house just there on the second last day of the month with Venus. So there's a distinct benefit understanding the meaning of time, the meaning of its relation to money, and how all of that time factor as a currency is going to significantly impact on your reputation, your ability, your promotions, and your overall long-term success. I want you to give that thought. That's the thrust, the crux of the biscuit this month, Capricorn. And of course, Capricorn, I consider to be, along with Taurus, the real money-making sign of the zodiac. But just think about, if you're managing that time, how much better you're going to manage it, and how much more productive you're going to be in terms of pumping out those shekels. Go to astrology.com.au. There's more there, heaps more there. The dailies, the weeklies, the yearlies. We've got some transcripts there now for you, which I've been doing. A bit fuzzy around the edges because they're done by an AI machine, but you can see where the reading's going, transcribed from what I'm saying here, along with the chronological transits. I hope you'll be here again next month. Don't forget to subscribe, drop me a note, get that personal reading. You need it. See you then. Bye-bye.